Martell Holt used to be the main attraction on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. When the show first started, he had everything: the confidence, the spotlight, the family storyline, and a strong fan base. People tuned in just to see what he'd do next. But now, it feels like Martell is just a shadow of his former self. And the network, OWN, seems to have finally made a clear decision: they're cutting ties. Not officially, maybe, but through silence and lack of screen time, the message is loud and clear: Martell's time is up. It didn't happen overnight. Martell's decline was slow, like watching a star slowly fade instead of suddenly disappear. At first, fans noticed fewer scenes with him. Then, they noticed he wasn't showing up for press events or doing interviews like the rest of the cast. He used to be front and center. Now, he's nowhere to be found. The season promo came out, and fans looked for Martell's face. But he wasn't there, not in the main shots, not even as a supporting presence. That wasn't just an oversight. That was intentional. OWN is shifting the spotlight, and Martell's not in it anymore. What's even more surprising is how quiet Martell has become. His social media, once full of stories, reposts, and confident captions, is practically silent. No new clips, no behind-the-scenes moments, no signs of life from a man who once lived for attention. And when he does post, the comments aren't supportive. They're full of criticism, fans asking where the growth is, calling him out for falling off, and reminding him of who he used to be. In contrast, Melody is flourishing. After everything she went through, the cheating, the public breakups, the emotional mess, she came out stronger. She's glowing, handling her business, and living her life without throwing shots at anyone. Her silence speaks volumes. While Martell is still trying to find a way back into the limelight, she's thriving without needing to say a word. Martell, on the other hand, seems stuck. He's trying to stay relevant by digging up old drama. At one point, he even tried to bring Ariane back into the story, hoping to spark some chaos and get the viewers talking again. But OWN wasn't interested in the same old tricks. The producers are done with fake storylines and recycled drama. They want something real, and Martell isn't giving it anymore. This season, the focus is on people who are evolving. Tisha and Marceau are stepping into the spotlight, doing interviews and running press tours like they've been waiting for this moment. Kimmy is showing a more emotional, vulnerable side, opening up about her personal journey and gaining fans' respect. Destiny is finally stepping out of the background, hinting at her untold stories and giving fans something fresh to hold on to. Martell, though? He's still reposting clips from 3 seasons ago. Still bringing up wedding rings and old fights like we haven't already moved on. It doesn't feel like storytelling anymore. It feels like desperation. There's no new chapter, no signs of change. Just someone stuck in the same loop, trying to make old drama feel new again and failing. The truth is, reality TV only works when the drama feels real, when it's rooted in growth, conflict, and truth. Martell's storyline has turned into a rerun. He's not showing any evolution. He's not learning. And in a cast full of people moving forward, he's the one stuck looking backward. That's not entertaining, that's exhausting. And it hurts more when you realize what could have been. Martell had everything at one point: a wife who supported him, a show that was built around him, and fans who genuinely cared. But he lost it all trying to play the same character for too long. Now, he's not the main character anymore. He's barely in the story. What's worse is, his castmates don't even seem interested in arguing with him anymore. No one's fighting for scenes with Martell. No one's worried about what he might say or do. He's being ignored, and in the world of reality TV, that's worse than being hated. Because once the audience forgets about you, there's no coming back. But the biggest loss of all? It's not the screen time. It's watching everyone else level up while Martell is left behind. Melody has turned her pain into purpose. The rest of the cast is growing, building, thriving. Martell is the only one still clinging to an old script, hoping someone still cares to read it. Can he come back? Sure, but only if he truly changes. Not for the camera, not for the followers, but for himself. The drama that once made him a star can't save him now. What fans want is honesty, growth, maturity. Until Martell stops reacting and starts rebuilding, he'll stay exactly where he is, forgotten in a show that's moved on without him. And in this world, that's the true end of the road. Martell could have written a whole different story for himself if he had just taken the chance to grow when things started falling apart. When the lights dimmed and the attention faded, he had a golden opportunity to step back, reflect, and come back stronger, not for the cameras, but for himself. But instead of choosing peace and healing, he chose the spotlight. He chose noise over change. And now? He's watching everything slip right through his fingers. See, the audience gave him chance after chance. People really wanted to believe in his comeback. They were waiting for him to show some real growth, to be the man he kept saying he was becoming. But instead of putting in the work, he kept chasing moments. Fake drama. Petty posts. And now the people who once rooted for him have simply stopped watching. And that's the part Martell never saw coming. He underestimated the audience. Thought they'd always be here. Thought he could keep doing the same thing, and we'd still care. But we grew up. We watched Melody go through heartbreak, betrayal, and chaos and still choose peace. She never had to beg for support or attention. She just focused on her kids, her businesses, her healing. And now? She's glowing in a way that doesn't need a spotlight, it is the spotlight. Melody didn't just move on from Martell. She evolved. And that evolution speaks louder than any clapback or staged storyline. She showed that real power isn't about who's the loudest or most dramatic. It's about who can fall, get back up, and keep it classy while doing it. That's what people respect. That's what they connect with. And that's what Martell lost. Meanwhile, Owen isn't saying much about Martell's future on the show, and honestly, they don't have to. Their silence says everything. They're turning the page. They're focusing on cast members who are real, who are growing, who bring depth and emotion, not just drama for drama's sake. And Martell? He's no longer part of that vision. He's not the story anymore. He's barely even a side note. Now he's standing at a crossroads. He can keep chasing old fame, trying to recreate a moment that's long gone. Or he can finally stop performing and start healing for real this time. Not to impress the fans. Not to make headlines. But to truly find himself again. Because if he doesn't, he's not just going to be forgotten, he's going to become a warning. A lesson. A what not to do when you get the platform, the family, the love, and you throw it all away chasing chaos. What's wild is, Martell had everything. He had the love of a strong woman, the respect of viewers, and the chance to build something solid. But instead of standing in that, he burned it down. And now, every move he makes feels like he's trying to get back something that's already been passed on to someone more deserving. And here's the harsh truth: he can't be the star in someone else's comeback story. He can't keep trying to attach himself to Melody's success or shade her journey to stay relevant. That chapter is closed. She's not looking back. And the more he tries to rewrite history, the more people see through the act. Because real growth? It doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need hashtags. It looks like silence. Humility. Accountability. That's what Martell has yet to show. And until he does, no network, no storyline, no flashy post is going to bring him back to where he once was. The truth is, the crown didn't just fall off Martell's head. It was handed to someone else. Not someone louder. Not someone messier. But someone who healed, leveled up, and let go. That's the twist he never saw coming. And now? Unless he's ready to write a brand new story from the ground up, he's going to keep playing a role no one's clapping for anymore.